Just talk about your decision.
Um, I just think it was the best decision for me to come back, and play another year for the Tigers.
Well, this kind of has a feeling of I've got some unfinished business. Is that part of your thinking?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I just really want to do things, the right way. I think we had, a lot of ups and downs this year because we were a young team, relatively freshmen. I think if we all come back, as sophomores and, the juniors will be seniors now and everyone come back, that same nucleus, I don't think we'll make the same mistakes as we did this year. So with that being said, I think we'll have a better record. We'll go further in the tournament. We'll do things better as a team.
What was it that kind of pushed you over to making this decision as opposed to not coming back? Was there anything particular, or you pretty much knew this was going to be your decision?
Just getting in that tournament, losing the first round the way we did, and it just made me kind of hungry. And I knew, with the whole team coming back, we'd go deeper and probably get a higher seed in the NCAA tournament next year because, like I said, we won't be making the same mistakes. We'll be all grown up a little bit. And I think we'll have a fantastic season. So I said, hey, I can stick around for one more year with that.
Was it a pretty easy decision because you did it pretty quick? I mean, was there any wavering at all, or?
It was a little wavering, but not a lot. I had a good season, for a regular freshman. But I don't really hold myself as a regular freshman. Coach didn't. So as for the expectations I had, I don't think I quite lived up to them to what I wanted to have, the type of season I wanted to have. So with all that being said, I figured it's best to come back.
How much fun did you have, I guess, in your freshman year and playing with your brother too? Did that factor in at all? I mean, you get another year with him, and it's going to change when you leave here, obviously.
Yeah, that was another big fact. Playing with my brother, I can't really pass that up, and I don't know how long that's going to last. So I just got to live it out while I can. And having fun was another reason I wanted to come back because this year I think I put too much pressure on myself, too much stress. Thinking about things, going to the NBA and doing all this stuff. And next year, I'll just play with more, ease and have more fun with the guys instead of, putting so much stuff on my shoulders and stuff like that. I just need to go out there and play with nothing on my mind, and that's when I'll play my best basketball.
Will, was there a point in the season, maybe even late in the season, that you just realized that you're getting there, but you're not quite there, not quite ready for the NBA? And where was that point in the season if that did happen?
Probably middle of the season, And with me, it's always a mental thing. I think my game is there, but the thing is, when you're not mentally prepared, that affects how you perform. So my skills and talents, I think, they're ready. But as far as my mental preparation, that wasn't there yet. Things I got to work on, with my attitude, always staying positive, not getting into it with anyone or the coaches or anyone like that. I just want to work on really being positive in the next season and being more of a leader. I think that's what we lacked this year, and that's what I'm going to be next year. More of a leader. Everyone will look up to me from practice because I'll be one of the hardest workers, and that's what I need to work on. That's why I'm coming back.
Did you talk to Coach Passner as far as before you made your decision, and what did any kind of advice he gave you?
Yeah, I talked to Coach Passner. He gave me some good advice. Coach Passner's a good guy. He always tells me, just do what you feel, and he's going to support me no matter what. Of course, he wanted me to come back, but he said if I wanted to leave, he support me, but we felt that it was in my best interest to come back. So Coach Passner gave me good advice.
Will, is there any players in the league now, any coaches, assistants, anybody associated with the NBA that you spoke to that emphasized you going back, getting bigger, getting stronger, having another year under your belt?
Yeah, I talk to guys like that, but, they don't really talk about my physical attributes. They talk more, like I said, the mental game.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what I could do, as far as basketball and performing. Everyone knows my body type. Most of the guys, they tell me, they really keep me positive because I'm the one who always say, do you think I need to get stronger and stuff like that? And they're like, of course I do, but they're like, you're never going to be that big of a guy. You've been lifting weights this whole year. You're never going to be that big, so you shouldn't really worry about that. Just try to get as strong as possible, but make sure, you're mentally tough because there's a lot of things in the NBA that they had to go through that is way tougher than college. You got to be really mentally prepared.
And also, the pro game isn't really a game anymore. Did you want another year where you're not doing a job and just enjoying basketball?
I always looked at basketball as a job since my 10th grade year in high school. So that's why I probably didn't play with so much fun this year, because I always thinking like, if I don't perform, I'm not gonna go to the NBA. I'll just, thinking too much, And like you said, I need to just have more fun, ease my mind, and just let it happen.
What'd Joe say? What'd your teammates say?
Joe was kind of like Coach P. Joe really believes in my talent. He think I'm one of the most talented guys in the country. To hear that from him, he's one of my main guys. And for him to believe in me like that with his capability, that really boosts my confidence up. And he just told me, he wanted me to come back another year so we could try one more time, And he really was encouraging me. But he told me, he said, he think I had the ability to go this year, So he really just was a real friend of me, and he was real honest. He told me things I need to work on, things I do well, and the things we can improve on.
Will, how much is unfinished business that plays in your thing right now about coming back with this team intact and knowing how much better you guys could be? Unfinished business play a lot coming back?
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. Like I said, the unfinished business part, I think we could go real further in the tournament next year. The way we lost, it still lingers on me. I still think we should have won that game, and I can't just go out like that, with the team coming back, we'll be playing much better. I just have a visual, and I think we're going to carry it out.
There's a good chance that there might not even be an NBA season next year with the lockout. Was that anything that crossed your mind?
Yeah, that played a part too. I've been hearing a lot that it's probably like 90% is going to be a lockout. So, I don't even want to put myself in that situation. I said, hey, college life is fun. You're doing good in school. You got a lot of friends. I got my team. I'll be still playing basketball, So I said, hey, why not come back and get that one more try?
You said you had some feedback from the league. You said you didn't say any names. Was it players? Was it coaches? Can you say who you spoke with?
Just players. I'm close with Carmelo Anthony, Rudy Gay. I talk to guys like that. They're from Baltimore, and they've been giving me advice the whole season. So I talk to guys like that, and I just talk to my family and my circle, and they give me advice. So I just kind of go off that.
Speaking of next year, you're going to have Adonis Thomas.
Yeah.
Maybe some more recruits. So is it fair to look forward to next year and talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, it's fair to look forward to next year. We're going to have a lot of talent. And the thing that's going to have me really excited now is going to be experienced talent. When talent is on the court with talent, experienced talent always wins because they know what they're doing, And now we're going to know, the ins and outs of college basketball. We know how important, winning is. Winning games, that we think we should automatically win. We got to win those games like that. Finishing strong in conference, we got to do that. And our biggest thing was this year, the reason some of the times we lost is because now we learned that you have to play hard all the time, no matter against who, where at, home or away, you got to play hard all the time, every possession, Because if you're playing hard and you make mistakes, you're going to overcome them. But if you're not playing hard, you're going to make a lot of mistakes, and that's going to transform into losses.
Is it easier to see that now that you're a couple days removed from the season? I mean, now that you look back, if you look back on the Arizona game, do you think had you all had a little bit of experience, do you think that would have pushed you up ahead of them?
I mean, who knows? I really think we should have beaten without any experience. No, but they're a great team. They're still in the tournament. I'm not taking away from anything from them. It's just a belief in how much I feel about this talent and this team, But like you said, maybe the experience would have took us over, but we'll never know now.
Thanks.